the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adejare Adeboye, is quoted in the news as saying that he has just given to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu the advice he once gave to the late President Muhammadu Buhari. What is the advice? A. Instruct the newly appointed service chiefs to eliminate terrorist groups within 90 days or face dismissal. B. Go after the sponsors of the terrorists, no matter how powerful they may be. Move fast. Move diplomatically. Move wisely. Come home and tell our security chiefs to get rid of these terrorists within 90 days or resign. Adeboye said that the late President Muhammadu Buhari took his advice and issued such an order, but he did not persist, and so the miracle did not happen within 3 months. Well, the advice or the prescription of the oracle Ifa Orunmila is different, and the prescription of the oracle dates back to December 2011, when the then President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan promised to defeat the Boko Haram Muslim community within 6 months. That same month, December 2011, I consulted the oracle Ifa Orunmila, and Ifa Orunmila prescribed dialogue rather than military approach. Of course, Jonathan ignored the prescription and squandered his entire 4 years fighting the Boko Haram Muslim community without eradicating them, eradicating the community. I related the message to Muhammadu Buhari when he became the president in 2015. Like Jonathan, he ignored it. Buhari added S-men terrorism and unbridled official corruption. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I've given him the message of the oracle, as I did to Jonathan and Buhari. He too has ignored it. But of course, on his way to power, his promise was to toe the lines of Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, who imposed a jihadist war on the nation. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who perpetuated the war, and Muhammadu Buhari, who added S-men terrorism and unbridled corruption, in doubling himself as the Petroleum Minister of Nigeria, while the situation did not improve, but rather worsening economic misery for Nigerians, fueling mushrooming and bandits. And now, since Bola Ahmed Tinubu is taking after and sustaining all the evils bedeviling Nigeria, like Buhari, Tinubu doubles himself as Nigeria's petroleum minister. And as you can see, the situation is only worse than its predecessors. Fuel subsidy is gone. All other subsidies are gone. And so, armed bandits, terrorists are expanding their coasts in Nigeria. Anyway, Pastor Adeboye, Tinubu's wife, is a pastor in his church, and definitely in one way or the other she must have been finding a way of paying her own 10% as the president's wife and a former senator. That is life. Pastor Adeboye has spoken, and he spoke after the oracle. Ifa Orunmila spoke. Ifa Orunmila prescribes dialogue as the option. Nigeria rulers insist on taking up arms against the community, unlike the former president Olusegun Obasanjo. Obasanjo's reign as Nigeria's president, 1999 to 2007, with relative peace and relative development, is making us to know that Nigeria can be run without terrorism, without mushrooming and bandits, without worsening mass abject poverty. Yes. So, if we don't want to take to the voice of the oracle, the prescription of the oracle, let us learn from the presidency of Olusegun Obasanjo. So Nigeria was not a terrorist, a country of terrorists. There were no mushrooming and bandits. And inflation has never been this high. And you are asking Nigeria's rulers to take up arms against the armed bandits that they created, against terrorists that they created. It is true that Nigeria's rulers impose terrorism on the Boko Haram Muslim community. It is not a terrorist organization. Again, the presidency of Olusegun Obasanjo made us to know that very clearly. So, the rulers of the land are politicizing Islam and Christianity. And this pastor is saying, tell the military chiefs to eradicate the terrorists within 90 days or resign. Where is sense of justice? Where is Pastor Adeboye's sense of justice? Does he care about justice? He cares about money. He's running a prosperity gospel church. As simple as that. God have mercy on Nigeria.